Okay, we made it down to the honey hole, but the water doesn't look very low. Actually, it looks a little high, so that's kind of bad. Get down these steps. Holy smoke. Yeah, the water's looking up a little bit. I looked at this website for the locks this morning and it was low, but must be shooting up. Oh well, we still got a little area to look and we'll give it a whirl. We still got to dig some of this stuff out here and try to find if we missed anything up under there. So we can do that. I'm gonna walk down through here where I was digging around the other day. Maybe something washed out. I don't know, but we'll find out. Okay, we'll go back over here where we were the other day. I still want to get right in here too. I don't know if I've ever gotten there or not. We'll go back over where we were the other day. See what we can pull out. It's going to be rough with the water up this high a little bit, but I can sift higher up on the bank, I guess. Right there's where I pulled those 4 points out the other day under that pipe. So, you know, there might be stuff laying up this high that still hasn't got down that far. So we could sift all this sand right here even. One good thing about the water being a little high, you can walk out here and it's still solid without sinking in all that muck out there. But yeah, we'll try here, see what we come up with. We might even go over there where we were going to get up higher on the bank the other day. And if I find anything, I'll get back with you. If I don't find anything, or maybe just not much, I might just add this to a video for the next time I'm down here. There's a big piece of equipment coming up the river. Probably going to one of the chemical plants. Alright, we got our first artifact. There was an old piece of carpet laying in there. I thought it was a lot bigger than it was the other day, but when I started pulling on it, didn't feel that big, so I yanked it over to the side. Right now I'm digging it out of there, sifting this down. Got our first piece of rubbed hematite. It's rubbed flat and sharp on this side here. Look at that. Got a flat place there and there. That's a cool one. Got like a little edge here. Maybe they were using that for a blade or something. Yeah, that's a cool one. I don't know if you can see those scratches on there. I can see the abrasions. This camera, I don't know if you can see that. That is a cool artifact right there, the way it's shaped. I counted them up, and this is number 60 right here. I had 59 in the collection. I found more here, but they were all busted up and not very good examples, so I didn't keep them. But we're on the board, first artifact. Okay, I'm working around in here. I was right over in there. I wasn't finding many flakes or any concentrates. Just to give you an idea how deep this sand is. And you can see how deep the sand is. That stuff's way down under there. So I moved over. I try to read the bank. When stuff comes off the hill, it hits these tree roots and kind of the current pulls it this way. And there's a tree here. So I'm trying to go to the south end of this and get right around here. I'm finding some concentrates, but I got yet another, there was a lot of flakes in here, I already pulled them out. Another worked hematite stone. You can see that's, trying to find some sun, how that's faceted and rubbed. Right there, that's 61 hematite stones pulled out of here. That's a heavy one. But I'm going to stay right in here because I'm hitting some stuff. I might have to move all these sticks and brush and logs out of here to get in there. But I'm going to get down lower here first and see what I find. Here, I wanted to show you something. I can fill this sifter up with sand, and it'll hold a lot of sand, at least 100 pounds. I'll fill it up, and if I'm not feeling all kinds of concentrates, I'll just sift the sand down out of it. And then I'll just go ahead and load it up again, and I'll just keep doing that. You know, I might do that 4, 5, 6 times before I screen it down and look through it. That way I can cover more area quicker. But I'm going to still hit right in there. I'm starting to hit some stuff right over here. Must have hit that tree and drifted this way. Seems like there's a lot of stuff right in here. We'll see if we find anything. Here we just pulled an artifact out. It was right on top of my shovel. I saw this big campfire stone right there. It's busted, but there's a nice nutting hole in that. Man, it just made it too. Look how it cracked underneath. I'll take that one though. That's a pretty decent one. Here, I just pulled this little flake knife out. I don't know if that's broken. Might be broken right there on the top. I don't know. But it's worked all on this edge. And it's got work all on that edge. And around the top. Might be a scraper. I got that right there in the water. The water's starting to creep up on me again. So if it gets any higher, I'm going to go back over to that original spot where George found them 2 points and hit that little bit that hasn't been hit yet. That's not bad. This water being up high, I'm digging right in here and I can feel concentrates down in there about 10 inches deep. And I scoop them out. But as soon as I put it in the screen, these waves got the sand covering up the concentrates again. It's like trying to dig a hole on the beach surf or something. That's what I mean, it's a lot better when the water's out there instead of lapping where I'm trying to work. But we're going to keep right at it. I just pulled this out of the screen. It's like an abrading stone. And I can see where they've sharpened something right there. Maybe the bases of points, or I can even see the little abrasion marks in there. We'll let that dry out and check it out. Okay, I came back over to where George found them 2 points, and I went up a little bit farther in there till I hit just dirt. Yeah, I found a few flakes, and that was it. I came over here, and I'm reaching up under this bush as far as I can with the shovel, and I see a stone right there. It's stuck. There it is. And it looks like a dandy of a nutting stone. Oh, look at the hole in that. Let me rinse this off. Wow, this is an amazing nutting. Look how deep that hole is in there. I wish it wasn't busted. We'd have had the rest of it. Holy smokes. I've never found one with a hole that deep. And there's a hole right beside it. Now, I would love to know what these things were for. One thing for sure, they made a lot of them. And they weren't rotary drilled or anything. They look like they're pecked out. But I've never seen a hole overlap another hole like that. And that is a deep one there. I'm taking that. Okay, I've been here about 6 hours now. And the water's just too high to get any new stuff. So I came over here and tried to go a little bit farther than what I did. And I was finding a few things. Some flakes, but nope. We blanked on points again today. I rarely blank on points down here. I usually at least find a broken one or a crappy point, but today was another blank. But here's a little wrap up what we got. We got our usual, a lot of flint here, pocket full or more. Found this bullet. I found a lot of bullets. Now it's not, but it's not lead. It's, I don't know, it's not lead. It's like a different type of metal bullet. I don't know. But I can see the rifle marks in the side where it was fired. Maybe that is lead. It doesn't feel like lead. It's harder than lead. Yeah, it's like a... There, you can see it shining right there. It's not lead. It looks like brass or... Yeah, anyway. Then we got this... I don't know, this is crude material. I don't know if that was a little blade or not. Pretty rough material. And we got this blade. And I'm not sure if that's broken off or it was made like that, but it kind of looks worked around that bottom edge a little bit. But it's worked all the way up around, across the top, and down that side. Probably like it's unifaced on the back side. Probably a scraper of some sort. Then we got 2 hematite stones. I found some little tiny broken up pieces I threw away. But you can see that. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. You can see the abrasion marks where they've rubbed that. And this one here is really nice. It's worked on every side. And it's kind of sharpened into like a blade there. So that's one of my nicer ones. That's pretty cool. And we got this stone. It looks like an abrading stone. I don't know if they were, you know, grinding the bases of points, but there is flat land up above me, so that might be plow marks because there is little scratches all over it. Yeah, I don't know. Might just be plow marks. Anyway, who knows on that? I'm not keeping that. And we got this nutting stone from on down the beach. And we got this really nice nutting stone. This one was really cool. And you could see that how deep that hole is in there. And it's got one right beside it that connects to it. And it looks like another one here on the back side. Maybe some small ones started on the back. I wish that wasn't broken. If that was it would probably had holes all over it. And I'd just like to know what these were used for. No, you'll hear guys tell theories of what they were used for, but nobody really knows. It's prehistoric. You know, there's no way of knowing. Where I've read before, there just hasn't been enough study done on them to know anything. But I had another idea. In the places where I found the points, see, I pulled a lot of artifacts just from that tree to that bush right there. But there was certain places where I found more stuff, like right in here, where there's little gullies where stuff has washed out and got concentrated. But I got another idea. Before winter hits, when the water usually comes up and floods a lot, in this base clay, which is probably about 6 inches under this sand, right there you can see part of the base clay. But I thought, you know, find the places where that you had the most points concentrated and get down here lower, about right in here at the water level, dig the sand out and dig a trench maybe a foot deep by a foot wide across here in the base clay, down into the base clay. And now, eventually it's going to get covered with sand. But anything heavy like artifacts and stone that get washed off the hill will get trapped in that trough. And then maybe next year or 2 years from now, you could just come over here and shovel the trough out. Now, that's just an idea I had. And there's certain places down the beach I'd like to try that. And before winter, I think I'm going to dig a couple trenches like that, just to see if it works after a couple floods. But that's what we got today. And next time we're going to do something a little different. Probably this weekend, maybe Sunday or so, when I get some time in the shop. We're going to do something a little bit different. We'll make it artifact related, Indian related. But keep watching it, because I think you'll think it's pretty cool. And I'll catch you on the next one.